Okay.
It's so delicious.
My best. G'day everyone, Brant Garvey here with Daily Grit. Today I have the very special guest Dana Vulin here today. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yes.
Hi.
I've been practicing that. Here's Dana. Dana, as you may have seen or you may not have seen, was someone that was tragically set on fire at the age of 25.
Yep, 25.
Is it rude to ask how old you are now in terms of how long it's been?
That's fine. I'm 31 now.
31, and so she had burns to 65% of your body.
Weakness.
Yeah, and has had to go through a massive ordeal to get to where she is today, and she is absolutely smashing life as far as I'm concerned. I am so very excited to have her with me today, and basically I want you to give us a bit more of an intro from anything that I may have missed, like your book that you've just released, so feel free to share with that.
Okay, so I've just released a book,
Yep.
Storm Like Thunder. It's called Worth Fighting For, and it's been a crazy last couple of months. It's been out for 2 months, and it's been really exciting. I think elaborating more on the burns thing.
Yep.
Yeah, 64% full thickness burns
Okay.
to body and face, so I'm burnt. You know, so many people ask me this question. Are my privates burnt?
Okay, that seems to be their number one interest.
Yeah, and I think like sometimes like I'm talking to a bloke and he's wondering. And
Yep.
he's like, and I'm like, no, they're not. Okay, so I'm burnt waist up, waist down. Everything's perfect. I'm still there.
Yep.
All good also.
Yep.
So that's a question that's always asked.
Yeah, I can see that being one of the, especially from blokes.
Yeah, it's the thing. And then when I was 27 years old, while still in my mask and garment, I was diagnosed with cervical cancer at the same time.
Which I had no idea, by the way, guys. I actually missed that in my research. Wow. So you had to go through some more.
Yeah, so I mean, whilst I was obviously still enduring heaps of surgeries
Yep.
and wearing my mask and garment and going through rehabilitation and physio every single day, I was diagnosed with cancer at the age of 27.
And was that chemo and radiation, or was it something
No, I would
operation?
have survived that anyway.
Yep.
I've had like 5 surgeries for it, but
Yep.
it was more. Yeah, it was surgeries, but
Yep.
I had a lot of complications with it, and it ended up like doing damage. But
Okay.
I'm okay now, I guess.
Yeah, you've managed far out, just because that's what you needed after.
Oh, you want to rank it forward? Like I feel like a burn survivor. I say survivor because, as we were discussing before, I don't actually like the word victim. I think it's a state of mind, and I have no victim mentality at all. I feel like I killed it. Like, super happy with that.
And anyone that's seen her, you can obviously see her passion. I mean, she comes across very, very bubbly and happy. It's phenomenal.
Thank you. I forgot what I was saying.
That's okay. That was it. It was more of just a bit of your background about where you got and any details that I missed. Just like the side note of cancer, which it's a fairly major small detail. All right, now I want to ask you a question, which is what made you choose this path? And by this path, I mean what you've decided to do since obviously recovering from both those scenarios.
Yeah.
What made you take life by the balls, as they say, get out there, be the face of this, get in front of people where a lot of people could choose to hide away, and become a speaker, author? What made you do that?
It was one of those things that it was thrusted on me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't explain this anymore to people. I didn't talk to the media for 1.5 years till after the trial, after the sentencing, not even the trial. The sentencing was 3 months after the trial. I didn't talk to the media at all, and I was still everywhere. Like I was in every paper, every newspaper, not just in Australia, all around the world. I was getting plastered everywhere, and I felt like I didn't speak to the media because I wanted to make the trial as appeal-proof as possible.
Yep.
Because you don't want any grounds for bias. But at the same token, I was getting scandalised and I was getting annihilated by the public.
In terms of they made up their own stories of why it happened.
And I didn't have my own voice, and I thought, you know what, if I'm going to just continue to be in the media, why not take the bulls by the horns and have my own voice? Because regardless, I was out there, I was plastered everywhere. It was just one of those control things. I thought, like, if it's going to happen anyway, like, I may as well take as much control of it as I can. And so,
was there a particular incident that set this off? Was there one person's comment where you were just like, "No, I've had enough. I want to control this"?
I guess there's lots of comments, but and being in the public eye as well, you always get trolls. But no, I
And so you were getting trolls before you were even in the social media.
Hard.
That's pretty harsh.
Yeah, but do you know what? Like, this is a bad joke, but I always say I had thick skin before I was burnt, but now I literally have thick skin.
We've all got to use those jokes. I do the same with my leg. They're great because everyone else is like, oh, how do we react? Is this awkward?
I make the worst jokes. Sometimes when guys hit on me, I'm like, oh, you must like your meat well done.
Oh no.
But no. So in the same token as well, like after taking the bull by the horns, I had tens and tens of thousands of messages come in monthly from people around the world of love. I had so much support and random strangers helping me, and I think it was just gratitude and appreciation. So I decided to start posting in my recovery and talking about, you know, my journey and stuff like that. And then I think the support that came in was so overwhelming. And actually, I was helping people with my perspectives, and then it kind of escalated from there. And then I just feel really privileged to living the life I'm living now. Like, I've got amazing friends, amazing family, and I'm in a position where I'm at the forefront of new technologies and the pinnacle of new technologies for burns recoveries and just lots of other things. So I think that it's me saying thank you to everybody, because I was given so much in this recovery, and I feel really blessed. So I guess that's why I decided to do what I do.
Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, the next one is share something to us about you that we don't know and that we should.
Oh.
Do you have something? I mean, obviously for me it was the cancer. That was one thing, but is there another?
I feel like most people know that I have cancer. I'm pretty wild. I think most people know that, but I just
Always been wild, or has it changed?
Nah, I've always been wild, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Bogger, got a really, really, really filthy sense of humour.
I've seen a little snippet of it so far, and we'll just have to remind everyone to kind of stay on the PG.
I'm keeping it PG. I'm keeping it PG.
PG track.
Kids can watch this. No, look, I've definitely got a big public persona, but I've also got extreme private side.
Okay.
So I think the things that I don't reveal is because I don't want them revealed.
Yeah. There's a part that you're happy to share, and then there's a part that you want to keep with friends and families.
The right time and right place.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, this question is more, I'd say, since you've gone through your recovery and stuff like that. What was kind of your biggest setback through the whole process? Was it
like physical setback? You mean?
No, it can be physical or mental. The biggest challenge you've kind of hit through your recovery, I would say.
God,
was there a moment where you just
recovery of this magnitude? There's been so many catastrophic times where the damage has just been so unbelievable. So there's been so many really low points that we
I want to kind of know the one that is there one that stood out where you're like, this is I've just had enough. I've
had grafts. I had grafts on my neck and both my axilla's done, full thickness grafts, and then the skin fell off and died because I got a blood infection. I was rushed to emergency again and got picked straight to my heart, and then I went to get it regrafted, and they took some extra skin because when you have a graft and it doesn't work, and they regraft it, they take extra skin because normally it doesn't take. So they took extra skin from my graft and they went to use it and they couldn't find it anywhere, and so they checked the fridge upstairs and they checked everywhere. No, this gets worse. They couldn't find it anywhere. 5 days later, my mum's cleaning my hospital room. She goes, Dana, what's this? That's how she'd say it. And I was like, I just looked at her. I said, Mum, that's my skin. I could have won the lottery 10 million zillion times over, and there is nothing more valuable to me in this world than skin. Skin is the body's biggest organ. And I didn't have enough of it for my grafts, and it was just wasted, and they just threw my skin in the bin. And that, and the trial, that was really hard. Yeah,
that would have been heartbreaking, I can imagine.
But stuff like that happens all the time in a burn. It's common, you get so used to being heartbroken.
And that's just one instance of many that you've had.
So you become a professional at picking yourself back up and dusting yourself off and just getting on with it. What are your choices, right?
I know.
Sit there and be have a miserable life. These are my options. I was going to live anyway. For me personally, suicide was not an option. I want to be around for my family. So I decided to live. Why would I live and have a poor quality of life versus fighting and having the best quality that I can possibly try to have?
Yeah, phenomenal. Again, just amazing.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, next one is, what was your biggest kind of breakthrough moment? So the part where your real win.
This is like, because of an injury this big, the wins are, for me, for you, this is going to sound small to you guys and you, but the first time I could wipe myself, it took me ages to.
And that's because of like restricted
like
flexibility of the skin, basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I stuck like this and like that for, God, like 2 years. It took me 1.5 years to touch my face. It wasn't even. It was like that.
Wow.
It wasn't like now I have like obviously full range and stuff. But I think wiping myself, I had like a little dance like this. Dance, but because
I think I might have seen one of your dances on Instagram in the early days as well.
It was like, shame. So no, it's the small things like being able to wipe yourself. I think it was dignifying.
It's
for me.
a piece of independence back as well.
Yeah.
Okay, great. What is the thing that you're most passionate about today?
My family and friends.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like such a cliche answer.
But it's also one of the main reasons that you kind of got through.
Fought so hard, yeah. And I know, like, I do have an extravagant life, it's an extravagant lifestyle, but I actually have, like, simple rules. I keep things simple, simplicity. So for me, I've obviously died a few times now. So I see things differently and in a different way to most people I know, and things that have kept me grounded and happy are my friends and family. And I've got some amazing ride or die friends, and my family is just unbelievable. And I think, my life is extravagant, but I do keep it simple. Like, going back to what I was saying before about being private.
Yep.
Like, there's a definite private Dana and there's a public Dana. It's just the same, like, wild, but that's what's important to me. Like, my biggest passion is my family.
And that circle of family and friends, is it a small one? Like, do you have a massive family, or is it like just a small select few people that you have in that world?
I've got a big family.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot. I'm a fortunate person in the friends department.
Good.
But you get what you give from your friends. So, but yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, now, what was the best piece of advice that you've ever received? And that can be pre, post, anything that really stood out for you. For me, one of my favourite quotes is "Start before you're ready," because I'm a massive believer in everyone's waiting for the right moment, whereas I'm all about just faking it until I make it. So do it, figure out how to do it along the way. And so, I mean, it's a famous quote, "Start before you're ready," but it's one of the things that I live by now. Yeah,
I guess there's a couple.
Yeah.
It's always better to have failed to try than to... No,
I know what you're saying. It's always better to
have tried and failed than to have failed to try.
Yep.
So, for me, I always know that I'm going to be scarred, and like I own my scars. I think they're cool. If I could turn back time and not have scars, I wouldn't. Like, I'm a one of a kind now. There's no other Dana, just one. That one piece of chocolate. But
definitely agree about that. I don't think there's anyone else like you.
Thank you. For me, I have tried so many things to get to where I am in my recovery, and so many have failed, and some have made it worse.
Okay.
And I have guinea pigged myself and volunteered myself, but I've also empowered myself and learned so much about new technology and things that aren't even relevant to burns, but the theory behind it sounded like it would work, and I tried it. I feel like I know that I'm always going to have scars, but to what extent has been up to me. And even though I tried the stupidest things that are so ridiculous...
Are we talking about like natural therapies and all sorts?
All
everything.
Hardcore chemical science, everything, at both ends. I'm never going to look back and think, oh, I wish I had, or I wish I tried this, I wish I had done that. I always know that I've done and given my best to this recovery. And that's all, like, that gives you, like, true happiness. When you've got content, you can be happy. Like, 'cause once you've got a regret, you can't go back and turn back time.
And you were saying that you're the best recovery in terms of burn repairs or healing?
Yeah.
Like, is that in the world?
I feel like probably made one of the biggest burns transformations on the planet.
Which is incredible, and a lot of that would be due to the fact that you were willing to try everything.
Yeah, well, my surgeon said to me once, she's like, I can tell you right now the difference between you and any other patient. I was like, what? She's like, you are one-tracked mind. You're just so determined. There's nothing else like you. You're like, you just, when I've got my own prize, that's it.
Yep.
And she also called me a sadist because you have to put yourself through so much pain. And I'm always opting for extra pain. So she's like, you're a sadist.
Is it something that gets easier, or is it just always...
No, I'm immune to pain. It does get easier. I've learned breathing techniques and stuff, which just really help.
Because I'm a sissy when it comes to pain.
No, I feel like most people are sissies.
Yeah. I'm not even going to hide it. Like, literally, if I stub my toe, like, that's enough level of pain for me. Okay, what's a personal habit that you would contribute to basically what you've managed to achieve? Do you reckon it's that you're willing to try things even though they're a long shot, or your ability to endure a lot amount of pain?
I think a personal habit is like, when I've decided on something, that's it. And so when I make a choice, I will stick with it, even if it's the wrong choice. That's how I am. So no, making a choice and sticking with it, I think, is what
has managed for you to be successful. I also saw on your social media that fitness is something that you're passionate about. In what regards? So what do you do?
Well, you got to respect your body. My body's done so much for me, and I got to work for it. It works for me. We work for each other. It's a mutual thing. I do heaps of cardio, I do weights, sculpting, everything.
Yep.
And this is another thing that I tell a lot of people who've got body confidence issues. I may be scarred, but I'm confident in my body's appearance. But I work hard to have this body. So my point is, no matter what you have, make the most of it.
Yep.
Like, I'm scarred, but I'm fit.
And it doesn't limit you from doing anything in the physical exercise?
No, I don't do too much out in the bright sun, because I don't want to overheat. But I'm mostly a nighttime person anyway, so I work out at night.
Yeah, okay. So anyone that's kind of like, because I get it all the time, anyone that's making an excuse for not exercising really doesn't have any leg to stand on. They can do it no matter what the circumstances are. I mean, me and you are prime examples that you can find a way to make it work, whether it is at night time. Yeah, but also you can do it at night, but that way, like, no one can see your head because you just like swim. But also, we still get our days where we're like, I can't be bothered 100%.
today. I was just about to swear and I didn't.
Yeah, nice work. Keeping it PG.
PG.
Okay. Now, I just want to say, do you have a favourite... Well, this is actually... I don't know if this is yours. We'll mention both. Do you have a favourite book and why?
Yeah. Where's Wally? It's really easy to read.
Which brings me to my point. Okay, you need to release an audiobook version of your book.
Yes.
Because I don't read books. I read audio or listen to audiobooks.
Yeah.
So if you get me an audio copy, I will devour your book.
I'm an audiobooks kind of person.
Okay, cool.
You know why? Car's dead time.
Yep, exactly. Or transport.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
podcasts and audiobooks.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm onto it. So.
Okay, great. Yeah. So that is something that's coming.
Yes, and I've just released. And not many authors get to do this. This was pretty cool.
Okay.
I forgot the actual technical term for it, but there's...
We can find out later.
Different names. Like, I've released a copy in Brant, for blind people.
Okay.
And there's a copy for people who have dyslexia, and there's a copy for people who have vision impairment, like with extra big writing. So
awesome.
It's like
and they're hard
category.
They're hard books, not okay.
So
great.
There's a disability category. And I've released...
Very passionate about anything that gets done for people with disabilities, so that's great.
My books, they're to empower people. And it's also raw and funny. It's crazy, but like, it's... Everyone, if you have a disability or not, you should be able to read and have the option to read and have access to it. So I thought that was very cool. Yeah, I'm actually... And like I said, I can't wait for the audio version, because then I'll be able to listen to it. His eyes work perfectly. Can't wait.
It's about, like, you need to use it during my dead time while I'm travelling. So, okay, now, I've got one key takeaway that you'd give us, and then the best way for this audience to connect with you. So whether that's social media or by buying your book.
Okay, key takeaway. Just know your worth. And I think if you have something you're insecure about, work on it rather than being insecure. Or just learn to embrace it. It's 2017. It's so cool to be different. I have really brought on my scars. I embrace them. And I feel like if you feel like you're sexy, or I feel like my scars are sexy, I'll just say I think it's hot. I like the fact that I'm unique. I like the fact that no one else looks like me. And I've really embraced it. I feel like if you find yourself attractive, then you won't care what other people think. I'm exactly the same. I would absolutely hate to have two legs. It's weird,
but I love that I'm different.
No, right? I get it, totally. Try embracing what you don't like about yourself, and I think you'll really be surprised. Because, if I could take back time, change it, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
You can find me, I have a fan page, We Heart Dana Vulin.
Which I've shared.
Page. Thank you.
Yeah.
Social media, Instagram is Dana Vulin, or you can go on my webpage. You can email me through that on www.danavulin.com.au. Very easy.
Okay, guys, thank you so much, Dana, for joining me today. It's been an absolute pleasure to learn more about you.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you guys for tuning in. You've been able to enjoy another episode of Daily Grit, and we'll see you next Monday.